This is Joseph Darling from the Men of High Value channel. Today I want to talk about why you should be avoiding women. Now, this is a very interesting subject because a lot of guys are not talking about that, especially in the nofap community. In the semen retention community, maybe they'll talk a little bit more about that because of the, men going their own way movement, all that stuff that's going on there. But I want to explain it in terms of this concept, the men of high value concept. And as you've heard me talk about before, I say that there's 4 levels or 4 stages of leadership. First, you lead yourself, then you lead a team, then you lead women, and then you lead kids. Very often, people start with the women first, before they start leading themselves, before they start leading a team, and then they're basically struggling with women throughout their entire lives. That sucks. Don't do that. Okay? Rather, understand yourself first, okay? Understand who you are, what you want, and your vision and purpose for your own life. You can't, like, I'm literally, did you see the thunder? That was pretty cool. Anyway, so what I want you to do in terms of the women in your life, I'm not talking about avoid women completely, like, oh, there's a woman, like I'm moving away from her, like I need to sit somewhere else on the bus or whatever. I'm talking about avoiding women romantically, okay? It's not even a part of your system. The reason why is because you're practicing semen retention, okay? If you're practicing semen retention, you've gone past those 30 or 40 days of massive neediness towards women and desperation. Once you get past that, now you can basically have smooth sailing. Your hyperproduction has now normalized, so you can actually just cruise towards 90 days of semen retention. Once you've gotten to 90 days, now you know if you want to make this a lifestyle or not. And I recommend that you make this a lifestyle. In fact, every single person that I know who's completed 90 days know how much of a difference semen retention has done in their lives. And they're basically saying to me that I want to make this a lifestyle. Now, some of them might ejaculate once a month because they believe it's good for them or healthy for them or whatever. But for me personally, if I possibly can last every single time I have sex with my wife, then I would do that, okay? I want to retain my sperm every single day as much as possible. So that's just me. Anyway, getting back to avoiding women. You want to avoid women romantically for a specific purpose, for a specific reason. And that reason is because women have a lot more problems than we do. Okay, that's just a fact. Women care more than we do. And if you, like I spoke to two girls yesterday and they say, well, some men, care just as much as women. And I'm like, yeah, but those are feminine men, okay? So you have to ask yourself, are you a feminine guy or are you a masculine guy? As a masculine guy, make the decision that, you know what, for a short period of time, I'm gonna set women aside romantically. I can still talk to them, I can still have them as friends, it's just that I'm not romantically involved. I'm not interested in making something long-term. I'm not interested in doing something before I've set my life in order. What does it mean to set your life in order? Remember, leading yourself first. What does that mean? It basically means that you are setting in place the correct habits in your life. Yes, semen retention, and then setting goals. Also, creating a business on the side that can help you to create the financials that you desire so that you don't have to rely on a boss. You don't have to rely on a job that stands for just over broke. You want to have something on the side that helps you to just expand. It's not enough to have a job, right? Okay, you want to make sure that you create a business that helps you to push yourself. Having a job, you're always waiting for orders, right? It's feminine to only have a job and to expect that that's gonna be what you do for the rest of your life. Don't do that. If you only have a job, you'll never get to stage number 2, which is to lead a team. Now, some people might say, well, I'm a middle manager in my job and I lead a team there. No, you don't. You only lead a team once you actually start a business. Because once you have a business, it requires vision, it requires strategy, it requires goals, it requires the financials needs to be in place. And it requires serving people massively at a time when you're not making money. It puts inside your head a different kind of perspective, a different kind of view of life and what you're capable of doing for yourself. So if you have a job right now, you need to start a business on the side, which means that you're gonna have 8 hours at your job, and then during those other 8 hours, you're going to be busy building your business. That's 16 hours, and inside those 16 hours, you also have to exercise, you also have to make food, you also have to make sure you call your mom once in a while, you also have to do a lot of other crap, which makes it so you don't have time for women. Do you understand? Once a week, maybe Friday evenings, that's fine. Go out and be with your friends, but you don't have time to be romantically involved. If you get romantically involved on those Friday nights, guess what? She's gonna be on your case the rest of the week because it's not enough to just see you on Friday nights, okay? So just avoid it. Don't make it into a habit where you start dating continuously. This is what I told my client just yesterday. We were texting back and forth, and he's telling me about, you know, how the coaching and everything that we've done thus far has like changed his life. He broke up with his girlfriend 2 months ago or whatever, and he's struggling to get over her. And I'm like, dude, man, if you just set it aside for now, and he agrees, then let's say you only postpone it for 1 year or 2 years. Like I said, $10,000 in passive income, okay? That's gonna require massive effort, massive energy, massive action. But doing that while you're romantically involved, trust me, it's gonna be difficult because that's a huge problem. And remember, women have more problems than we do, okay? So you wanna make sure, continuously, set aside women only for a period of time. And if $10,000 in passive income is not your goal, then set a different goal, okay? But imagine in the long run, if you're like 18, 20 years old, 22 or 24, to set a goal like 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, or whatever it takes, I'm gonna set this financial goal, I'm gonna achieve it. Once I've achieved it, I'm gonna get the coaching of Joseph, because I want to really understand the woman so that I can understand the world. That's what we do here at Men of High Value channel. And at that moment in time, no matter how expensive I am, you'll be able to have me as a coach. Do you understand? That's what I love about money. You actually can use that money to massively progress quickly in every single area of your life once you've got the money, okay? Just with an example of that is, for example, let's say I want to exercise, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to, you know, last long in bed, and I want to have a girlfriend. Like, you're trying to diversify too many projects at one time. Instead, if you focused on business, you focused on money, guess what? When you have the money, you can hire coaches. You can hire coaches for business, you can hire coaches for teaching you about women, you can hire coaches about how to last longer in bed, you can hire coaches for anything, a personal trainer. Do you know how fast you're gonna achieve the results that you want for your life when you have tons of coaches, when you're actually investing in yourself because you've got the money to do it? Do you now understand why I say avoid women romantically? Do you understand how fast you're creating the exponential growth curve for yourself if you avoid women romantically? And for those of you who do have long-term relationships and you can't run away from your wife, what are you gonna do? Well, let me tell you right now, 30 seconds while the rain is coming. If you have that wife, it's important that you set your purpose higher than your wife. Your purpose is more important than your wife, because once you establish your purpose and you actually are moving towards it, guess what? Your wife will respect you and love you for that effort, okay? she'll actually be turned on from the fact that you don't listen to her because you've got to do more important crap. You understand? So understand this. You're on the right track if you set yourself up for leading yourself first, leading a team, then leading women, and then leading kids. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you in the next video.